All right.
Okay,
All
you
right,
should
so
get going.
we're outside of the clothing store now.
Yeah, so
Yep.
Vicente, the bartender, he gave me his name of a guy who might be able to help us get across. He gave me directions. His name's Julio. So sounds like we're gonna have to pay him, but with the lockdown and us being not from this planet, that's gonna be we're not gonna be able to get across, basically.
Yeah, and you recognize the location on the back of the card as your old neighborhood. It's like half a mile away. Not a long walk.
All right, we'll go on foot. And, it's not too far. Now we've got some warmer clothes.
Right, so you've lived here before.
Yeah,
What was that like?
very different than it is right now, for me at least, because it used to be majority of my time spent on this planet.
All right, do you know anything about what bartender mentioned something about there used to be researchers, but they never told him what they were researching. Do you know what he means by that?
Yep, that's that's why I was here. Basically, we were an embassy set up in pretext, but we were really researching some ruins that are basically on the outskirts of the city, a little bit farther out. But that had to be kind of done in secret because the government didn't like it. But they couldn't exactly say no to a tech level 4 planet, trying to be all friendly diplomatically with them. And that kind of went sideways, which is why there are no longer researchers here.
What was so special about the ruins?
Well, we can talk about it later. We're on the way. Let's go. But we probably shouldn't talk about it too much in case people overhear. I can tell you about when we're back on the ship. It shouldn't be important for what we're doing now.
All right, it's fine. You're paying. I just like to know about the place I'm in,
Yeah, and if we weren't trying to kind of stay covert, I'd tell you. But he says that very quietly.
I smile at him, but still not totally convinced.
He also kind of looks slightly perturbed and upset when he's thinking about it. But anyway, so they're following the directions, and he's gonna make sure no one's following them.
You make a perception check. Yeah, there's no one following you. There's the occasional person walking down the street, but it's not terribly busy.
All right, so off to meet Julio.
Are you gonna ask anyone else to look around?
Does anyone else want to look around?
Yeah, you can keep an eye out if you want. No sense in being non-cautious.
Sure, I'll look around too.
You see the same thing I described, and you all see the same thing I described to him, except Eagle doesn't notice the people. As they
People?
walk past her.
What people?
Oh, there's like one person walking down the street in the opposite direction from
No,
you, going towards the house.
I mean, I was being Eagle. What people? All right, off to follow the directions.
So on the way there, do you walk past your old house?
I don't know where exactly we're going in relation to where I had kind of pictured me
So,
living.
This entire area is where the off-planet people lived.
Yeah, but we're going like into it, right?
Yeah.
Or
you
like
live
where?
The place, the house that you're supposed to meet him in is like right up here.
That'd be kind of like across the street. I was thinking up in that right-hand corner, ish, like second house down.
Yeah. So do you take the group by your house to just get a quick look at it for some nostalgia, or do you just head straight there?
I mean, well, it looks like it's kind of the Black's Roads, right? So it's like on
Yeah,
the other side
the
of,
blacker roads.
so it's kind of
Yeah.
like on the opposite side of the yard. So I kind of like, as we're walking up, I kind of glance in that direction, but I just go straight for it.
Yeah, you look in between the houses.
Yeah.
So, okay, so yeah, you're right up there. It's like a normal townhouse.
So are there people just walking around? It's like normal housing now.
No, this area is it's like dead silent. None of the lights are on. The street lights might be on, but other than that, like none of the houses are lit up inside. And it's like 8 p.m. or so right now. It's pretty dark.
Yeah, these are where all the embassy people used to live. Wonder who lives here now. Doesn't really look like much.
Why are these houses abandoned now? I mean, I would think in a place like this, space would be nice to have.
Well, maybe people are just turned in early. Or maybe it kind of turned into some sort of black market kind of shady neighborhood. Do the houses look dilapidated at all? Or do they just kind of look normal?
So, like, how long ago was it that all the stuff happened and
Uh,
Clary
10
just cleared out?
10 years ago.
10 years. So, I mean, they're not super dilapidated or anything. All the doors are closed. There's no cars in any of the driveways. Um, they look like they've all been like cleaned up and shut up a bit. Like maybe someone comes by and cleans them now and again and makes sure they're all working. You can't tell.
Well, let's see if Julio's actually there.
So you walk up to the door of the house.
Yeah, why not?
What do you just open the door or do you knock?
Probably knock.
Barry, over to you.
Yeah, upon hearing the knock, a little slide opens at about 5'10" area, 5'9", and you see a pair of blue eyes, female blue eyes, kind of poke their peek out. Who there?
Oh, hi. We're looking for Julio, and Vicente done it. Mama sent us here.
Card.
He hands him the card.
You shush. Come in. And she opens the door. And as y'all walk in, it's all the windows are covered up, blacked out. Most of the room is dark anyways, but it looks like the basement has been renovated, and there's stairs down there and whatnot. And she just points you down the direction of the stairs.
Is there a strong chemical smell?
Like, what kind of chemical smell?
I was asking Barry if there is.
With him, yeah. There might be, there is probably a little bit of a smell, fairly strong if you can pick it up. But there's also a lot of other smells, like dried paper and dust and whatnot, as well as everything else from cleaning solvents and whatnot.
Maya brings her hand up to cover her nose, but not to make it too obvious, as she tries to hide her disdain.
The very tall lady just notices that and just smirks. Weak.
I probably don't hide it. Or not very much.
Do you splutter and cough?
Unknown. Maybe.
And Leopold kind of nudge Trevio, like gesture, like keep an eye on her as we get on the stairs.
And as y'all go past her, she closes the door, shuts the porthole that y'all saw her peek out of, and then you see her go through half a dozen other locks that are specially designed to actually be kind of silent, but not on this side of the door. Almost as if they're trying to keep noise from getting out. And then you hear her yell back over your head, "Julio! Vicente! He sent guests!" And you hear a little bit of a ruckus down below as somebody sounds like they're trying to clean up or something. Like they were working on something, all of a sudden they got startled out of their work and whatnot. And are now trying to clean up. Kind of like the kid who got caught with his hand in the cookie jar kind of thing. And as y'all head down the stairs, take a right and then another right, and you see a workshop filled with various chemicals, various cleaning supplies, boxes all over the place. Some of which are open, some of which are not. But a lot of it seems to be almost like a warehouse, just not a warehouse. Particularly since this is in the bottom of a basement that might have been extended, but you can't tell. And in the back end of it, there's a very short Hispanic gentleman. And he from this angle you're looking at his back, he's really short, about 5'2". But from this angle you see he's got a blazer on that's pink, you think, but you're not 100% sure. And then the pants are kind of matching, but almost as if they might have been cleaned yesterday, and the jacket hasn't been cleaned for a while. So the colors aren't quite matching, but they look like they matched at one time. And he turns around and looks at you, and you see his shirt. It looks like a bright orange Hawaiian shirt. And he looks at you. "Vicente sent you, eh?"
Yeah. So are you? Yeah, you Julio?
"Yeah, I be Julio. What can I do for ya?"
Well, we're trying to get across into Ciudad de la Cultura, but it's kind of got we're out. We're actually spacers, and we wanted to see the city.
"Boy, you guys have terrible timing."
Yeah, I know that's what everyone's been saying. It's like some sort of lockdown.
"Yeah, you could say that. Ascension, close the door!" And you hear a very solid metal door just kind of slide closed with a very definite lock.
I carefully slide behind my sister a little bit.
Don't worry, it's only a precaution. I tried to make sure my clients are safe. At least for the right price. So you wish to get to the other side of the wall, into La Colta.
Well, and back if we can manage that as well.
Ah, and back as well. Okay, that
Not looking
good.
to be dead on the other side.
Well, ain't we all? But I'm just trying to make sure I have all the details down before I give you the price and all this.
And we're going to be bringing something back with us. I don't know if that's going to change your entry plans, but as far as customs or security checks.
Just a little, but it's good to make sure that you tell us. I will add that in, make sure that that's covered for as well, because transportation over the wall or through the wall is kind of risky. I've got to make sure everything is taken care of. By the way, how big are you thinking? How big is this package that you are looking to have or looking to bring over?
About 2 foot square, 1 foot high.
Okay. Let me put some calculations in. And you see him kind of turn around, and as he turned around, you might have seen various implements and armaments he might have had on his body if you make a perception roll. But in other words, he's just kind of doing a little bit of math. You kind of hear, him punching on a calculator and whatnot. And he turns back around. Alright, that'll be about 1,500 each for each of you, and about 500 for your package.
Wait, I don't think we ever calculated prices for taking stuff off for supplies and things, so I don't actually know how much money I have left.
Yeah. Let's just say, okay, let's look at that real quick.
Like, I took money off for the stuff that happened this time around, and the equipment I got last game, but I didn't know how much of that was.
Yeah, you needed to pay for like 600 in fuel, and
Well, didn't it come with 300 though?
Yeah, it came with three.
It came with
three fuel, and then you needed 3 more.
Mm-hmm.
And you probably would have wanted to fill up with another 3, so that you still have fuel now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that would be 1,200 total for the fuel. And let's see, each person day of life support. Do you remember what that cost, Barry?
Not really. I thought it was like 20 credits or something.
Yeah, I know it's really cheap, but I want to get the math right.
Okay. Please hold while we calculate your individual total.
Here we go. Let me see. It's maintenance. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's 20 credits per. You have a store of 30 days. They don't. Okay, so 4. Let's see, they were in drive space for 36 days. So 36 times 4.
And while Bezak's doing that, Julio looks over. Can I get y'all anything to eat, drink, or any particular recreational drug or something?
No, we're fine, thank you. So what happened to this part of town? Why are you here? Does anyone else live in this area?
Oh, long story. Long story. Let's just say I acquired this place at a fairly discounted price. And I've also managed to maintain a decent network with my connections on the other side of the wall. So I will say that you've come to the right place. There's nobody who gets you across the wall cheaper than me.
There's no one else who gets you across the wall, period.
Shush, Jim. I'm not going to tell them that because I need to sell them on this.
I think that's something he would tell them to sell them on it. Okay, I have the amount. Subtract 4,080 from your total.
Wait, is that like total, or is that just for life support?
That's life support and fuel. And
Oh, and fuel.
And your ship still is like full on fuel and life support.
Thinking about this time, y'all see a small little chihuahua come walking in going, yip, yip.
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
My little darling, come here, come here. And the little dog kind of runs up to him. He starts scratching him behind the ear, picks him up. Dog licks his face. Standard, pet owner kind of thing. The dog turns around and looks at you. Let's see here.
I was even further behind my sister.
So sorry, you said 1,500 for each person?
Yes, 1,500 for each person and 500 for your package. Just the one way.
Right, 1,500. But for the 1,500 for each person is both ways, and the 500 for the package is just on the return trip.
Since Vicente sent you, yeah, we'll go 1,500 round trip, shall we say. And the little chihuahua starts staring down at Gemma.
What's a cute dog you got there?
Oh, he is definitely one of my best. And he starts petting him and loving on him, and the dog just adores it, but he kind of every now and then just kind of perks his ears up and starts looking at Gemma. Or Gemma. Alright, little Toshia, go for it, go for it. And he puts the dog down, and he literally beelines it right to Vera, and kind of starts jumping up on your leg.
Well, hi there, little guy.
and he very excited. He kind of happy to see you, kind of thing.
Aw, he's cute.
That he is. That he is. He's pain in the foot sometimes, but he's cute. He's my little one.
Lean down and pet him. Speak puppy talk.
I think the Chihuahua just kind of dances around you and loves getting petted by you. It's just almost wanting to leap up into your arms. Well, sir, I would love to hear you try to find another cheaper, safer way over the wall. Right now, I'm currently the only one in business, so to say, and particularly with the lockdown in place that you seem to know about. Here's the thing: the lockdown's in place. You need people with connections. I am that people with connections. If you don't go through me, I can guarantee you, you will either end up as Swiss cheese or as special sauce for Mama down the road.
Well, we heard that the lockdown's probably going to be gone by morning.
I want to use my power on him.
And
Oh,
here's. So, let me see. He needs to make a saving throw, I believe.
Mental effects saving throw.
Yep. He does not succeed on that. So, Barry, want to describe what his emotionally charged service thoughts are?
His emotionally charged surface thoughts are, he's looking at y'all and he sees money. His next meal ticket, his next payday, basically.
Like, this is going to
Is
be
there
easy
any-
money.
Is there any hint of deception in it?
Deception? No. He knows he's the only one through the wall, and because of the lockdown, it's just him and nobody else. It is just him, and he knows it.
Though I want to say you suspect that this seems like easy money to him.
Yeah.
For multiple reasons, not just because he's the only way out. Can't quite tell why.
Okay.
So like I was saying, you guys seem to be under the impression that the lockdown is going to be gone tomorrow.
Well, it may be, it may not be. If you want to wait and find out, go for it. But, the longer you stay on the planet, the more the lockdown gets more serious, shall we say. I know what's going on over there.
Oh, well, would you like to tell us what's going on? Because people around here have been pretty, well, not tight-lipped, more evasive, like they didn't want to talk about it.
He smiles really big, and you see like 2 gold teeth sparkle out. Now, it'll cost you for that too.
If you won't tell us what's going on, then how can we be sure we want to go over there? Maybe we won't go over there at all. And then you're out all of our money. Really seems to be a poor business model.
It's only a poor business model if you're the only one who has information, so to say. Or it's only a good business model if you're the only one with information. Most people over here don't know what's going on in the, shall we say, upper echelons of things, but I'm not going to divulge too much information. That's my means of business here. If I just give away information for free, then I lose out, and it does take power to run my little operation here, particularly to keep the lights on, to make sure Essentia is fed up there, and to make sure little Turshi is taken care of.
I think what my friend is trying to say is we are new friends and we'd like to be more than that in the coming days. Perhaps your services could be of use to us later, or perhaps we could spread your praises when we leave this town to the next. Surely there's something you can do for us in the way of price or information to make it a little more appealing.
I'm thinking that's probably the point where we ask for a roll.
Yes, negotiation.
Persuade could also work. Or is there a negotiation? Pretty sure. Yeah, it's persuade.
Yeah, persuade roll.
So persuasive.
I actually have really good stats for this every time I roll me.
That was just a really bad roll.
I'm sorry. Still, I control the flow of information. Most of what everybody knows around here is that there's some things going on and that there's a lockdown in place. Only I know just exactly how high up the ladder it goes. So, unless you want to wait around until the lockdown ends, which, good luck with that, because, trust me, it's gonna last a long time.
Yeah, can you do a perception roll, see if he's lying about that, or if he believes it actually is gonna last a long time?
If so few people know what's going on, how do you know?
That therein is one of my secrets.
You can give me perception.
I have connections that allow me to find out what's going on the other side of the wall, shall we say.
So what did you want to know exactly again?
I want to know if, he's genuinely believes that the lockdown's going to last a long time.
Yeah, no, he completely believes that.
So he's not just saying it to try and get us to pay for his services?
As far as you can tell, no.
All right.
It looks like he's pretty confident you're going to come back to him if you leave.
Well, here's the deal. I'm not traveling with that much cash on hand. Say, 2,000 for everyone.
The price was $1,500 per person round trip. You want to do 2,000 per person?
No, not per person.
Oh, you want 2,000 total for it?
Yeah.
Well, in that case, we've got a little bit of a discussion to take care of here. 2,000 is... I could probably go 1,200 per person. Plus 400, just 400 for the package.
I have an offer. You get us over the wall and back with our payload for 2,000 flat, and we don't tell the Port Authority about your involvement with the Libre movement.
Oh, do tell. How am I involved with the Libre movement?
Does it matter?
Yes, it does.
Once we tell them where you are and what you're involved with, it doesn't matter whether it's true or not, does it?
Let's put it this way. You try to do that to me, and every bounty hunter in the system will know where you are, what you look like, and will be gunning for you.
Yeah, I've never dealt with bounty hunters before.
2, if you leave here in that kind of tone, let's just say Essentia takes care of that.
Do I look intimidated?
Hey, come on, let's be reasonable. We're trying to negotiate a price here. Sorry, my crew can sometimes be a little rough around the edges.
Totally understandable. Totally understandable. But, I'm the best at what I do. And he straightens his jacket out, letting you know he really is the best. And, he believes it.
So I'm thinking we need a persuade roll now. Or maybe a little bit later.
So you want 1,200 a person? What about 700 per person? 300 for the package.
Give me a negotiations roll, or
Persuade.
yeah, persuade roll.
What attribute does this use? Charisma?
Yeah, charisma.
Yeah, it's not a good day.
No, it's not.
I want to, before he responds, I want to try and sweeten the deal. I know you all are going to shoot me for this, but. And we owe you a favor in the future.
A favor from Offworlders?
Yeah.
I'm trying to add some persuasion.
What could you possibly give me?
Well, we have far more access to more advanced planets. If you need something, I might be able to get it for you.
Besides, skilled people in our line of work are always in demand for various activities. Especially ones with
I think he thinks really deeply at that point.
Well, for certain things, I could use somebody to access a few things.
I want to see how interested he is in this. Give me a persuade roll, Zariana.
It's always the second time.
Yeah, he's pretty. You can tell he looks pretty interested. Like he's not hiding it very well. It sounds really nice to him.
Yeah, he's literally pondering and thinking things over, and you can almost see the dollar signs rolling in his eyes as he kind of strokes his chin. What facial hair might be there, but isn't. As he just kind of sits there and ponders everything.
So if a deal or not?
Now, what was that? 750 and then a favor for everyone?
700, 300 for the package. And a favor is us as a crew.
He thinks over it just a bit longer. Alright, I think we can deal. And he beckons you over, Leopold, and has got a full contract almost fully filled out, ready for you to sign it. And he kind of nods. I could do that. 700 for each, 300, and yeah. Then the favor, yes.
So I think we should put some categories on the favor, just to, make it not unreasonable.
Oh, it'll just be transporting goods, whether here or off.
Not going to transport people for you, in case you're in that sort of business, unless you're trying to get someone off world because they're refugees or something like that. But
no, I don't deal in slaves, sir.
Looks like I didn't know what you're dealing with. That's why I say we should narrow down some specifics. I mean, like, you seem like as far as under the radar people go, you seem fairly honorable. So just laying down some ground rules for the favor.
I pinched Leopold, like they're going a little far here.
No, have no fear. I do not deal in slavery. That is something we don't like here, shall we say. That and Libre would not like me if I dealt in slavery, nor would the military. Huh.
And also, on this favor, you have to give us all the information on what we're doing. Don't give us some vague, you're transporting this box, don't open it. I want to know what we're dealing with, just so that I can be aware of any situations that might come up, so I can prepare the crew. You understand?
Oh, I understand. It is plausible deniability, though, can work in your favor if you so wish on certain systems, but I understand what you're getting at.
Yeah.
I'll give you disclosure, at least what I can. Now, understand that if the box is under pressure, you may not be able to open it. So, and due to some of the shipments that I do handle, and he kind of waves over at some of the boxes there. Some of them are definitely chemicals. Others are of a more recreational labeling, shall we say.
So as far as transport, do you have a way to get stuff past the customs people?
I have so many ways you have no idea.
Great, so then, alright, well, for another 200, can you get us through the customs because we're bringing that package back? Can you get us through customs?
Yeah, if you so totally desire, I can put you through, or get you through customs, no questions asked.
Yeah, I think we might need it.
Make it 250 and I can get you through.
Wait, let me do the math. What is that up to? So that's 700, so that's 28. That's 2,800 plus 300, 3,100. Oh yeah, we can do that. That'll work.
Alright, then we have a deal. And he reaches his hand out.
Yeah, beautiful little shake on the deal. And
Alright.
so payment before, half payment before, half payment after we get back across, since we're paying you for the return trip as well.
For this, since I am transporting you across and whatnot, I need it up front.
Understandable.
Okay, so how much is it you agreed upon again, so I can write it down?
33.50.
Okay.
We have so much money left, guys. It's unbelievable. 486 credits. Hope we don't have to bribe anybody.
That's not a good thing to hope for, Captain.
Be right back a second, Barry. You've got the helm.
Okay.
Gemma keeps her hands up, eyes the dog, but doesn't move to pet it.
Alright, so how exactly are you getting us across?
Oh, I have a shipment coming in, and y'all are gonna hop inside the back of the van, as it were.
They're not going to check the back of the van.
Not if I tell them not to.
Yeah, for someone who seems to have a lot of influence, you're kind of holed up in the middle of nowhere.
Well, that's what makes distribution of my kind of one of the perks, so to say. Nobody knows where I am, aka people who want to shut me down, and I get free access to the other side of the city, which is very lucrative.
And then, as far as the way back, same kind of deal. Is there a time frame on that, or?
Not much of a time frame. The truck will be ready to depart when you are. Just within reason, though. No going over to the other side of the wall and hanging out for 2 days while we wait for you. No, we'll give you a good 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah, as long
12
as we don't run
most.
into trouble, that should be all we need. We're not looking to stay over there any longer than we have to.
I would certainly hope not, considering the situation over there. I wouldn't want to stay over there anyways.
Right, so then we're just waiting for your truck to arrive, or do we have to meet it somewhere else?
No, we'll meet it somewhere else. Don't worry. Essentia will make sure you guys get where you need to, and I'll be on the truck as well. I do so love her driving. And Little Torch will also try to nuzzle your hand, Gemma.
Ignoring the dog, I look at Leopold. We might want to think about where we're going to sleep tonight.
Yeah. So once the truck headed out.
Truck should be here shortly. I'd say maybe 2 hours, give or take.
How's everybody else doing on sleep?
I could use some rest.
Me too.
Hey, anybody, that house across your backyard, anybody live there anymore?
I don't think so, no. At least not that I know of. I tend to stick with this house and my distribution routes, shall we say. The house over there, unless it poses a security risk, shall we say, or Ascension says we need to go kick it down, I usually stay here and try to make sure my distribution network is fine.
Yeah, I think we might just try and find somewhere to crash for a few hours before the truck shows up.
If you so desire, yeah, go ahead. If you let Ascension know, I've got a couple of rooms upstairs, I think, that are free right now. Maybe one, actually. Yeah, come to think of it, I just have the one. But if you want, it's a floor.
Yeah, that would be great.
I cough.
Well, it's all I have, dear. What were you expecting? Plush beds and a presidential manor or something?
I think the chemicals are just getting to her a little bit.
Which would be nice if I had someplace else to sleep where I could clear my head.
To be fair, you're a short walk from the spaceport and the ship where you have your rooms.
That's true. I can go there.
Well, if that's what y'all want, go ahead. Y'all decide what you want to do. And he reaches over to a little intercom and says, Essentia, if they need to, let them out. And he turns back to y'all. Y'all take your time, do whatever you wish. Like I said, the truck should be here in about 2 hours. I need to go check in on it and make sure it's doing okay. And, a couple other things. Deal with a couple other deals I've got going. See you in about 2 hours, I suppose.
Yep, we'll be here. I'll turn to everyone. So how long would a walk back to the spaceport take?
Like 15 minutes. Maybe 10.
That's rather. But then we have to go through customs again. Might be better to use that house you were talking about.
Yeah, let's see if it's let's see if any of these houses are empty. Because I agree that air in here is not the best. So we'll walk out.
And Essentia lets you out. She opens the door, all the locks, and just says, "Go."
Nod. Walk out.
And then after the last of you leave, she shuts the door, and you see if you turn around and look, you see the little vision hole pop open, and then she checks to make sure y'all are leaving, and then closes it.
Alright, so we're gonna go walk to my house. See if anyone's living there.
So you all follow him and head to his house?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get your house. Looks like all the other houses silent.
So it looks empty.
Yep.
Does it look like is there like a slidey vision hole on this door?
No, there's just you can see a little dot that looks like a normal, little eye hole to look through the door. But there's no slot on this one.
So far, can I roll like a perception to look in the window, see if anyone's been like living here?
Sure. Yeah, you can just see in there. There's no furniture in any of the windows. You can see inside.
Well, I guess I'll try the door. Anyone else want to take a look around? Make sure you don't see anything odd.
I will.
You can roll perception. I mean, you all see the same thing. Nothing.
Alright, is the door locked? Unlocked?
Yeah, it's locked.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Does anyone want to try and unlock it?
What would that be?
Persuade. Or no.
I'm gonna persuade.
Yeah.
Door open!
Open the door, I command you.
Open sesame!
Tech, post-tech, or security.
security, probably.
I'd allow tech, post tech though.
I've got post tech.
This kind of stick mechanics thing.
Yeah, give it a shot. Hopefully there's no alarms to the door. Actually, I'm gonna specifically check for that.
Intelligence again?
Yep.
Seriously. Ugh.
Yeah, so it's a TL3 house lock. Usually most TL4 locks are like simple electronic locks. You're not used to this, so you try to you pull out like a paper clip or some equivalent and try to make a little makeshift thing, but you don't really deal with these locks that often, and you don't really try to break into stuff either typically. So you try and wiggle it around, but you break off the thing inside the door, and you can't get it out.
Well, scratch that.
Low tech beats high tech. Yay.
The funny thing is, all you need is a 7 or higher. You just open up.
Well, does anyone want to give a shot smashing it open?
I can kick the door down.
Are you trying to just straight up smash it in, or are you just trying to break it really subtly so that you can close it again later?
I don't even understand that second option. How do you break something subtly so you can? I don't understand that.
Well, you can run at the door and try to burst right through the hollow door, or you can try to kick in the handle.
Well, yeah, that's where most doors are weakest, right there at the lock mechanism.
Okay, so let's see. I imagine that's like just a straight up strength check. So just like roll 2d6. Yeah, you do it. You do it perfectly. Like all that. It's only the frame of the door that gets damaged. It just opens up. And you can't see it from the outside.
So for a thing like that, I don't get anything from my high strength score.
If you have a +1 in strength, then you would have gotten it.
I do.
Okay, so it's a 12. But it doesn't matter. That's a complete and total success with a little bit extra. Quick explanation of how the rolls generally work in this game. I mean, obviously, we'll change things. Like sometimes we'll just make it easier, and it's just if you get a 7 or higher, you do it because it's so simple. Or we might just not like make you roll on it. But 7 to 8 is generally success with a bit of a complication, unless it doesn't make sense for it to do that. 9 to 10 is just straight up success, and 11 to 12 or higher is success, and then everything that you possibly could gain that you would want out of that roll. So just so you guys are aware of how we're gauging the rolls. But yeah, it just opens up fine. You can close it again when you want. It'll stay closed. I imagine you all head in.
Yeah, and make sure there's no traps. Check for traps. No, just make sure there's no like alarm system or something.
Did you leave any traps here?
Yeah, no, there's no traps in here, as far as I can tell. But Yep, you don't see any traps.
Did someone mention traps in character?
No, I mean, Leopold was just kind of looking around.
There's like no real furniture in here.
Well, it looks like you're going to be sleeping on the floor.
I'll let you describe the interior layout because it's your house.
Oh dear, don't put me on the spot like that. I didn't think of the interior of the house.
That's the GM's job.
Yeah. So you come in, it's a pretty open floor plan, so the main door is kind of in the middle. It's 2-story, and right when you enter, there's a staircase that goes up to the second floor. A wide room on the right, big open space with some windows, leads pretty much all the way to the back of the house, where you can see it kind of opens up to a porch area. And on the left, you can tell there's still some counters. Looks like the appliances have been gone, but some sort of kitchen area. A little bit of a narrowing into another room, which is kind of like a half wall separating the two for part of it, kind of like a dining room area. Yeah, that's what the main floor of the house looks like. But it's all looks like it's been stripped out, I guess, and all the walls have been painted white. And as Leopold kind of walks around, you kind of notice he's kind of angry, but not upset.
Now that's a feat. I don't think I could be angry but not upset if I tried.
Like he's not like he seems like angry but like relieved at the same time. It's a very strange kind of thing that he's got going on his face right now. He's kind of just like walking back and forth. It's like, well, just pick a spot. There are some rooms upstairs too, if you want privacy. But we gotta probably get going in about an hour and a half.
I head upstairs.
Yep.
When you go up, it's just kind of a hallway with a little bit of a landing up at the top of the stairs, and it breaks in. There's a hallway on either side of the stairwell. Actually, the rooms on either side.
I pick a room and go in there to sleep. Unless it's the bathroom, and then I pick a different room.
Nice cozy bathtub.
Yeah.
That's where you hide in the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. Or a tornado.
Or if you find the fridge, then you hide in it in case of a nuclear explosion.
Facepalm.
So you all just go find a place to rest.
Yeah, I don't know what I should roll
corner.
to see if I can actually fall asleep.
Oh, you don't have to roll anything. You can just say you fall asleep.
No, but like I'm back in my own house, so I'm gonna make a roll of something. I don't know what I should roll though.
Wisdom?
Sure, why not?
So add your wisdom score.
0, yay!
Better than a -1.
Yeah.
So I take it you don't sleep?
Yeah, maybe it takes me a while to fall asleep. But I kind of set an alarm to wake us up at like 20 minutes before we have to be there, just in case.
Oh, you set an alarm on your compad.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he kind of pulls out his actually like his survey scanner and like starts, if anyone's in the same room as him, starts kind of looking through it.
Oh, you bought a survey scanner?
Yeah.
That basic. You kind of need to be outside to use a survey scanner.
No, it's just about it can store video. That's what he's using it for.
Oh.
He has some old files on there he's looking at.
I think that would just be a normal data. Let me take a look. I mean, it'd probably be like a data slab or your compad or something that you'd be using for that.
Yeah, I mean, it stores video. I just didn't know how to view it. But anyway, no, he has some old stuff he starts looking at for a while before he falls asleep.
Reading the description of the survey scanner is kind of amusing.
I can't remember exactly what it says. It seems very like it does a lot of different things.
I mean, it's generally used to survey the atmospheric and general environment of a planet. So, like, it says a multi-purpose scanner that can take atmospheric and gravitic readings, provide basic chemical analysis of samples of up to 1 cubic centimeter in size, and record up to 200 hours of video information, or 10 times that amount of audio. Science skill checks are necessary for any but the most basic analysis.
Yeah, so he kind of just like, he's had it for a long time, so like, I was picturing when he had it as a kid, sometimes he took like just random videos on it. Because he's bored. So maybe had some of those on there.
Okay, so like, yeah, the time passes, and you know what? Why not give me a luck check, Leopold? Or actually, no, maybe mental. Yeah, mental save.
Okay, that's good, because that was terrible.
Oops. That's terrible. See, okay, you don't wake up, but the alarm goes off. Everyone else, I mean, if anyone else is near you, they wake up.
What alarm?
So, like, he set an alarm, and like wherever he went. Where did you go to rest, Leopold? Like downstairs?
I probably went upstairs too.
Okay, so yeah, like if he's in a separate room from all of you, then you all hear.
Yeah, and Zariana, he's kind of like looking around for rooms, and he walks in, and then he sees you're in a room, and then he kind of looks.
Well, no, you didn't wake up.
No, but before this.
Oh.
Sorry, when I was going upstairs, I kind of like looks in and sees you're in the room that he was going to go in, and then he kind of just like slowly backs out and closes the door.
Real quick, I have a question. For that, he had to roll better than 15 in order to hear the alarm and wake up.
I only did that because he wanted to do a wisdom save, and he didn't get to sleep until a lot later than you all, and none of you have
so
gotten
it's
any
shorter
sleep,
sleep,
and it's
yeah.
late.
Yeah, it's my own
I'm
fault
just,
for role playing my character. Nobody else needs to do that.
yeah, no, you guys all hear his alarm going off, and you wake up. He just doesn't come out of his room.
I get up and knock on the door that the alarm's coming from.
No response.
I bang on the door.
Make another mental save.
Me?
Yeah, why not? Let's see if she just barges in and slaps you awake. Yeah.
That's what it looks like it's gonna be.
I go, ugh, and open the door.
He's just kind of
he's
laying there,
in there.
and you see he's got a survey scanner, if you know what that is, kind of next to him. Like it kind of looks like he fell asleep while he was holding it.
Do I know enough that I could just shut it off without waking him up? I mean, I do have something on computer.
I mean, it's like.
The alarm's on the compad, so you'd know how to work that.
Yeah, you could just shut. You don't even need to roll. You can shut the alarm off.